Hey, welcome back to the Garage Warloff Show. It's episode 529. I believe it's June 9th, 2022. Up here, organizing Bronze Age comics, trying to get everything alphabetical. Basically, that's what's going on. So, I'll give you an alternative to watching the Democrats tonight during prime time. They're going to take over every channel. Instead, you can watch me organizing these comics. So let me see what I can do here. I'm just going to put some of these in way. I decided to put Thor comic books in these separate short boxes for some reason. So let me get the, I just found some more Thors down in the basement that I need to put in with those. So. And we're just dealing with Bronze Age comics right here. So let's see, where are those? So, all right, so this box here starts with Thor 292 from the 40-cent era. And let's see, goes up through annuals. Okay, so here's Thor 407. Now this is an era when, I guess after Walt Simonson left and the creation of Beta Ray Bill and all that, they got this artist Ron Frenz to come along who did a really good recreation of Jack Kirby's art. Of course, in some cases it's because he was just almost completely tracing old Kirby art and changing it a little bit, but it was if they just had the old Thor logo from the 60s and they didn't have this Mark of the Beast UPC code symbol at the bottom, this would almost look like a 60s comic. So that was pretty good era for Thor, even though the comic industry as a whole, in my opinion, was kind of suffering. See, this artist, I don't mean to insult this artist, but here, this is Thor 401, and you can tell it just doesn't have that Kirby look. That's just I have 3 copies of that issue. But then 402 comes along, and it looks like it's 1965, 66 again. So 407. Okay, so 406 goes between 407, 408. Yeah, you know, like this, that depiction of Odin. I mean, I'm sure I've seen that in 60s comics. That was just pretty much traced. Okay, so here's I think this is a minor key. I hate using the term key issue. I don't think I've said key issue in real life more than a dozen times in my life because it's just not part of my vocabulary. You know, when I was starting as a comic book collector, it was origin issue or first issue, and key was just not, that's a more recent term that investors kind of use, but I don't know. Apparently somebody cares about the New Warriors, so I think this has not a lot. I don't know. Does it have value? You tell me down in the comments. So that's 409, 412. Oh man, I have 3 copies of this. I hope it's valuable. If someone wants to trade for older comics, I'll be, you know, I've got these duplicates of comics and you've got stuff from the 60s or 50s and you've got duplicates and you really want these more recent issues. I call shit from the 90s recent. It's just how my mind works. I'll be glad to trade. This is Thor 413, which you know, the staging of this cover is right from a 60s issue. I think it was Thor and Hercules, possibly. I'm pretty sure. But it's still just cool, you know, to that this Kirby-looking stuff was published. For one brief shining moment that was known as Shit-a-Lot. I call the 90s Shit-a-Lot. No, actually I don't. I just made that up. But it sounds good. You know, there's Camelot. The 1990s were Shit-a-Lot because there was a lot of shit. Oh, this is interesting. Here's Thor 414. But I have apparently 2 copies. And look at how the difference in the color from I don't know if you can get the difference in color. And it's not because one's faded, it's just printing presses, I guess. 413, 414. Was that out of order? My gosh. 413, 414. Then it goes to 417, 418. Yes, that is correct. Here's another copy of 418. I've got a lot of duplication in here. Maybe I could open a little comic book shop. Spell it S-H-O-P-P-E, like in the 1700s. Ye old comic book shop, you know how they used to do it. 419. 419. 419. Oh my gosh, it's 420. Let's light one up, dude. I hate those fucking idiots that equate 420 with marijuana. Because that was my birthday. I was born on April 20th. You know. The only thing worse than hippies that celebrate 420 are the neo-Nazis that celebrate Hitler's birthday on that date. When obviously you should be celebrating the birth of the great Gratu Orlov. 420, another one. No jokes. Oh, that's what Biden likes to say. No joke. No jokes. No joke. 421. People that lie a lot always say, truthfully, I'm telling you the truth. It's true. It's no joke. But we don't get political here on this channel. Here's 422. Who is Nobilis? I had a horrific headache all morning and it just went away. I went down to the deli, got myself a bacon cheeseburger and a Coke, and I took 2 Advil. The headache went away because I was watching Mr. Truth Bomb on Rumble, and it was right with the world. My headache went away. Now I'm staring into a fucking fluorescent ring light. Hopefully the headache will not return. Okay, so I have 2 copies of 422. The dog is pressing between my legs and a comic book box. It is. All right, because I love the dog. Here is Thor 423. I'm not showing you very interesting. I mean, this is not that interesting an era to me, you know. So, I mean, it is and it isn't. I mean, I'll show you some 60s comics here in a minute to make up for the fact that I'm showing you stuff from the 1990s. This is issue 424, and I have 2 copies of it. Here's 425. Well, I was on the Graphic Man channel last night, and that was fun. Here's 428. Oh, I only have 1 copy of 428. How about that? 429. 429. Sure enough. There you go. Here's 432. Okay, so I have 430, then 435, so 432 goes there. Here's 450. Yeah, I don't show that I have any Thors after that point. I'm sure I do, but yeah, no, I have 458. Is that the last time I bought Thor? Can't be. Can't possibly be. Here's Thor King Size Annual number 6 from 1977, where he's side by side with the Guardians of the Galaxy, just not the Guardians of the Galaxy that modern movie audiences know. Here's giant size Thor number 1. That's not part of the annual series. Let's see, King Size Annual. Here's King Size Annual number 9. And then I put 6 in there. Where am I have other earlier Thor annuals, but they're in these boxes over here, which will gradually come into these boxes here. Oh, here's Thor Annual number 13. Let's get that in the box. There are no Jack in the Boxes in this town or Taco Bells. There is only one fast food restaurant. No, there's two. There's Subway. I don't know if you call that fast food. And it does, because it doesn't have a drive-through. The only place is a place called Dairy Sweet, and it's like a little shack that's been there since the 50s with a 50s-looking kid licking a ice cream cone. It's called Dairy Sweet. There's not a lot of diversity in your fattening food here. Blah, 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 blah. Here's Tomb of Dracula, number 23. Now, the Tomb of Dracula should be here, so I need to get these Tomb of Draculas in with all my childhood copies. That's 23, 24. Here's 68. There's a Japanese cartoon. I think it's on YouTube, which some people call anime, but if you say Japanese cartoon, it makes them really mad. But anyway, they did an adaptation of Marvel's Dracula. So you might find it on here on the marvelous YouTube platform. 69. 69, dude. Rock on. Speaking of Bill and Ted, I have all these several shades, what do you call it, degrees of separation from I guess that. Well, first of all, it was Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, right? That were Bill and Ted. Well, Alex Winter made a movie later after Bill and Ted called Freaked. And my good friend Tom Ranoni, who's since passed away, was the special effects coordinator on that movie. And you see my friend in the movie, is he a goat man or is he kissing a goat creature? I don't like tongue kissing a goat creature, something like. You see him do a little Hitchcock like, although Hitchcock never did quite that kind of thing. But anyway, so my friend knew Alex Winter, and some of the props from Freaked used to be in my garage because my friend was using my garage as one of his many storage units. So there's that connection. And then the director of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was Penelope Spheris, who made these documentaries in Los Angeles about the punk rock and heavy metal. They were called The Decline and Fall of Western Civilization or something like that. Well, part 3, my wife used to be a punk rocker in Los Angeles, and she was almost featured in that movie. All of her friends were, but Penelope Spheris tried to get her alone and tried to get her crying and upset, because that fit the narrative of she wanted them all to be very depressed. She wanted it to be a very depressing thing, these kids on the streets of Los Angeles. But anyway, she didn't go along with Penelope Spheris, and so she was cut out of the movie or whatever. Or her film scenes never made it into it. So my wife knew Penelope Spheeris, who she said was really a nice lady, but okay, was almost in a Penelope Spheeris movie. My friend, who's the director of Bill and Ted, and my friend knew Alex Winter. Oh, and in that movie, Freaked, Keanu Reeves played a part in that movie because Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves were friends from Bill and Ted, and I've told the story before. When the LA riots broke out, while they were filming that movie, Freaked, in downtown Los Angeles, my friend got Keanu Reeves into his Cadillac and drove right through all the flames and shooting in downtown Los Angeles and got Keanu Reeves off the set while the producers left in helicopters. They weren't going to fuck around with it. And all these people, these liberal West Coast types, always made fun of my friend, this Texan that always was armed. But when that happened, they also, well, I guess they stopped joking about it. But anyway, so he drove in his old 57 Cadillac with his gun in his hand, as he steered, so that no one would mess with him. So my friend rescued Keanu Reeves' life, possibly. And, and then my wife went to some concert in San Francisco a couple of years ago and ran into Keanu Reeves and his wife, who were really nice, and she asked him about that, and he says, "Oh yeah, I think I remember that." And it's like, bullshit, man, you remember having your life saved during the LA riots. It's just he was trying to downplay it in front of his wife that this crazy madman from Texas saved his life. Anyway, you don't want to hear all that bullshit. Okay, so what have I got in my hands? This is my second Thor box. That goes there. Okay, I was going to look for Tomb of Drake. It's over here. What? Okay, well, I showed you this yesterday, but that must mean I have 2 copies of Ron Space Knight #1. I'll be glad to trade away one of these copies if you've got like amazing duplicates from the 50s and 60s, because I don't have that much Silver Age stuff. Okay, let's see. Do I have 2 ROMs? These boxes are getting too tight, man. What a Sunday. Okay. I need to move these boxes down, is apparently my problem. So, because I'm starting to run out of room here. So, let's see what we can do. Alright, I'm sliding these comic boxes over. Alright. So those were that's a box that starts with Orion. Orion, Lord of Atlantis. Well, so, as you know, one of the first superheroes, from like 1939 was the Submariner, and if you probably know that he's part human. My wife just sent me a text message. I just woke up like 15 minutes ago. Anyway, Submariner's part human, part Atlantean, and what is she saying? I missed that message. And so anyway, apparently in this new movie, he's not going to be Atlantean. He's going to be from some ancient Mayan civilization that I guess went underwater, I guess. I assume he'll have water powers. But anyway, he's going to be in the new Black Panther movie. And, but, you know, I guess they figured that the Submariner, being from Atlantis, would be too close to Aquaman, even though the Submariner predates Aquaman. The average, what do you call him? Average normie that only knows these characters from movies would just think that the Submariner is Marvel trying to imitate Aquaman. So anyway, so they've got a Hispanic actor playing Submariner because he's going to be part Mayan. So I guess it'll be a war between Wakanda and the underwater world. I don't know. They're going to change everything. I guess that's how they do it. All right. All right, I'm shifting boxes over is what I'm doing. Okay, that should give me more room. Sorry to make you stare at the ceiling for a while. I just don't have a sophisticated camera crew here. All right. Now, let's see what we can do. I was just down in the basement and I found a bunch of old Elvira comics from the 90s, and I was always a big fan of Elvira, although lately she's decided to become very political in order to sell her book, and insulting to her fans. And, I don't know. Everything good must come to an end, right? I'll tell you, vampire. Oh, yikes! Whoa, shit! Vampire sure didn't like Elvira. Okay. All right, so when we were last, I was trying to see, okay, Rocketeer, ROM. I do have 2 issues of ROM. One is apparently, if you look down, let me show them to you at the same time. Now, people think that, you know, these newsstand copies are more valuable, and I guess they are to some people, but when this came out in 1980, this is from a comic book store, see, because it's got a diamond there. I'm kind of teaching new people, even though I don't think anyone watches this channel that's younger than 35. They revised my YouTube statistics, and they say most of the people who watch this show are in their 40s and 50s, but then they had like a little tiny percentage that were in their 30s and 60s, and then, but most people seem to be around my age, so you would probably already know what I'm showing you, how these copies that were sold in comic book stores are different from the newsstand. But in 1980, I think there were more newsstand copies than there were comic book shops, so you know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, oh, and it shows that I've got most people that watch are in the United States, a few people in just a little bit in England, and now, since last night, it shows that I've got someone in at least one person in Finland watching, so that's cool. So now we're heading out to 3 countries. We're broadcasting to 3 countries from the Gratu Orloff Color Studios here in Mount Gratu, Iowa. Okay, so what do we got here? It's Skeleton Warriors #1. Isn't that exciting? I ought to just throw all these toy comics into one box. Here's Shogun Warriors. I showed you that yesterday. Let's get these filed. These S books. What are these? Oh, yeah, I need to add a box here. That's what I was going to do yesterday. Yeah, that's what the Submariner is. For those of you that I was talking about, Submariner, you've never heard of them. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let's add a box here. We happen to have an empty box here we can add. All right, so I'm going to move these books, which start with SI Silver Age, into this box, and then I'll move a few from the previous box in, which are She-Hulk through She-Hulk. So She-Hulk and then Silver Age. All right, and then JK. Okay, the dog is. Are you hungry? Do you want food? Are you hungry? Do you want food? She's licking her lips. So as we normally do about this time in every episode, is we feed the dog. So let's go down and feed her because she needs nourishment. Okay. Well, there's kind of nice. Let's see. So, I just bought some dog food this morning. Let's see. Where did I put it? Here it is. Okay, there's one. There you go. Okay, I gave her 2 foods. So, wash my hands real quick. Making sure it's filthy. Well, back to the joy of organizing comic books. If any of you would like to come up here to Mount Grotto and visit for a couple days or a week or so, you could always be welcome. I don't know many people here yet, but okay. Remember if my wife had an appointment today or not. Okay. I'm sure she'll tell me. Okay. There's that 1990s Silver Surfer. There's a Mike Allred Silver Surfer. Okay, so IJK. Okay, so my childhood copy of Skull the Slayer #1. Skull the Slayer #3. Do I not have a Skull the Slayer #4? It would appear to appear that I don't. Anyway, so Skeleton Warriors. E is before U, so Skeleton Warriors would go before Skull the Slayer. Okay. All right. And that would be followed by Solomon Kane and the Son of Satan #1. A lot of devil comics back in the 70s because of The Exorcist and the younger crowd that were writing the comics for Marvel were part of that hippie generation. That some of the hippies discovered Jesus and some of them got into that Aleister Crowley shit. You know, Aleister Crowley was even in the crowd on the cover of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, right? Okay, so Shogun Warriors. Let's get the Shogun Warriors into this mess. So, Silver Sable. So, show SHE for She-Hulk. Show. Okay, so what I've got here is these are the R's, this is the S's, and this goes into Spectre and Spider-Man, and these are my Bronze Age Spider-Man. This is a fake, it's $1.75. This is a reprint of that issue, and then there's 106 and 109. I won this from Night Tiger's Christmas show. He had a contest, and I won a trivia contest. I won this one too, 117. And there's 124, 125. That's the first Spider-Man comic I ever bought. Well, of this, actually the first one I ever got was the Marvel Team Up, where he's fighting Ghost Rider. But I actually bought that for Ghost Rider because I was into monsters. I hadn't discovered the Marvel superheroes really yet. So, therefore, I don't have a very good collection of Bronze Age Spider-Man. Well, not the beginning of the Bronze Age. And I don't have that many of the Silver Age either. I couldn't afford them as a kid, so I was just reading Marvel. I tried to build the whole story of Spider-Man through Marvel Tales, the reprint title. Okay, so what I'm doing over here is I'm going to go through these boxes that are not really organized, and I'll look for S books that will fit into that S box to help fill that out. So the lighting's not really necessarily good over here. I've got these hot rod trophies. I'm going to try to prop the camera up against one of them and see if hopefully the light, let's see if I turn this light on in this room, it might help. Possibly, maybe. Probably not too much. Okay. So, let's see what we can do. What can we do? I'm looking for S's. Here's some. Well, let me move this box back some. Well, yeah, here's definitely some S's. Here's this Silver Surfer number 50, which I think is a somewhat sought-after book. Here's a Silver Surfer annual where those really hot characters, the Eternals, appear. Oh, here's a bunch of ROM books. I'll tell you what, let me pull these books out, and then I'll show them to you on camera when I get back over there where the light's actually pointing at me. PR. Supervillain team up. Oh, supernatural thrillers, yeah. Supernatural thrillers. Swamp Thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, this has a lot of Swamp Thing in it. I should just move this whole box over there. Here's some Warlock books. Oh, no, I said I wouldn't show them to you yet. What am I doing? Shit. Okay. Damn. Oh, this is cool. Marvel 2-in-1 number 2. I'll show it to you in a minute. Dang. Well, I know I'm a glutton for punishment, and I can't tell you why I'm excited about watching the big Democrat show tonight, where they are going to show. They're going to show for posterity, for history, how horrible Donald Trump was on January 6th. I enjoy watching propaganda, even enemy propaganda, and it will make me frustrated, and I will be cursing at the TV, but I'm looking forward to it. It's like I can't explain why. It's just okay. All right. I'm doing something. Just trust me. It'll be all right. Oh, here's Steve Ditko art. I'll show it to you in a minute. More Steve Ditko. All right. So. Okay. Let's lift this box up. Move on over. Move it on over. Big dog's moving in. Okay. She-Hulk Swamp Thing. Alright. I can't do the all right thing anymore now that Matthew McConaughey has confirmed himself to be an asshole. All the catchphrases are being ruined. Okay, so Submariner. UB. You. Swamp Thing. W is after you. Okay. That's upside down, isn't it? All right. Ah, shit. Fuck. Piss. To coin a phrase. Oh. You son of a cocksucking son of a motherfucking son of a bitch. No harm. Okay, so. Yeah, this is what I was trying to show you. Marvel Spotlight, Captain Universe, it's Steve Ditko. So I'll go over here in the M's. I like this cover. It's beginning of the Bronze Age when Marvel was still doing the little window covers, little picture frame covers. It's a reprint of Fantastic Four, but they have a new cover. Quite wonderful. More of Captain Universe. Here's an interview with Joe Simon and Jack Kirby in this issue of Marvel Age. And, what are you doing, man? Oh, shit. I can't trust you, dog. It's the Toxic Avenger on the cover of Marvel Age. There are people that are big fans of the Toxic Avenger. I can't explain it. She has a wonderful bra system, I guess. I mean, just very perky. Drew, hey Drew, don't chew on that. She's chewing on a backing board. It's not hurting anything, but if she gets trained to chew on one thing, then next thing she might be chewing on Amazing Fantasy 15. Of course, I don't own that, so that's probably not a concern. There's a famous, I don't know if it's famous, but I've seen this picture on the internet of a dog chewing up a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15. I'm sure it's fake, but it's just one of those things that makes you cringe as a collector. Or actually laugh when you don't actually own a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15. No, you're getting too close to the comics yet. You gotta stop that, Drew. You gotta stop that. I want to let you stay up here. I don't want to put you in the cage while I film these little broadcasts. Okay, Marvel 2. Silver Surfer. Okay, this is that Silver Surfer number 50 that is so exciting. Okay. Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer. There's 96. There's 1. There's 50. Don't do that, Drew. Yeah, if you're interested in this, I'll trade it. I've got several copies of it, apparently. Like 3 copies of it. Here's Punisher number 2. I think the only issue that's valuable from that run of the Punisher is the first issue. Really. Okay, that's Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Phantom Stranger. Stop doing it, Drew. You gotta stop, man. You gotta be human, man. You gotta listen to me, man. You gotta listen. You're acting like an animal. Okay. All right. Rule versus server. Soon I'll have all this organized, and then it will all be, I'll look back on it and vomit. It's just one of those things, man. You're fucking kidding me. Okay. How many copies do I have of that? Okay. All right. Punisher War Journal 21. No! Shit. The Punisher was here. Punisher War Journal. Okay, ROM Space Knight 6. Here's number 25. It's a special double-sized issue. But 2 ROMs are not better than 1. Okay, ROM. Let's move these She-Hulks over. It's the first issue of the second run of She-Hulk. This is the first run. She's up against Man-Thing. No pun intended. Okay. So we should be able to fit these ROMs. Secrets, Haunted House, Secret Origin Scarlet. Remember this comic, Scarlet? I didn't think so. No, man. You can't chew up all the cardboard long boxes. She was trying to chew up all the long boxes. She's not interested in the comics. She's chewing on the box. Ugh. Drew, you gotta stop it, man. You're making me look like a mean motherfucker. 2, 6. Okay, ROM number. What the hell does it say? Okay, that's 31, and this is 25. What number is this? This is number 50 of ROM. God damn it! Shut up. Okay, all right. This is Drew. Hey, Drew. Come on. Let's go downstairs. I think I'll walk with the dog and let's go walk, Drew. Do you mind coming along while I walk the dog? I need to put that gorilla somewhere. He's quite spectacular. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Let's go see what's going on in the neighborhood today. And right as I come through the room, the DVD that I'm recording on has ended, so that's perfect timing. It looks like I'm recording Putin versus the Deep State Part 3, so I'm going to, the disc, it says writing to disk, so I will go to disk menu, finalize. Finalize. Yes, I want to finalize. And then this disc will be finalized, and I'll put in another disc and get the remainder of this episode from Mr. Truth Bomb on Rumble. Okay, let me change my shoes, and we'll head on out into the neighborhood. Drusilla. So, Drusilla, do you like comic books? Tell me what you think of comic books, Drusilla. What do you think of the people that watch this show? All right. Shit, where are my sunglasses? I have no fucking idea. Drew, come here. Drusilla. Drusilla. We are going to go for a walk. Drew, come on, come on. What is your freaking problem, you motherfucker? Come on, you varmint. You lousy, you mangy fur-lined beast, you fucking Do you want to walk or you want to fucking eat? What the fuck do you want, motherfucker? Alright, I'm gonna feed you. Perhaps that will shut your fucking mouth, jabroni. Chicken and liver recipe today, Drew. It's delicious. Well, I'm just giving her some more food. Maybe we can get up there and organize comics. It's just, there's always something keeping me from completing my task. Okay, the disc is now finalized. So let's get that out. Oh shit. Damn, it's one thing, it's another. The marker was in my pocket without the cap on it and made a little, didn't completely ruin the pants. Okay, so on this DVD, all right. And now the marker's dried out. Goddamn motherfucker. I have to buy another Sharpie. Well, there's Sharpies around. I just don't know where. Okay. All right. Well, she's devouring that food, so apparently she was still hungry. That's what she was trying to tell me. It wasn't that she wanted to go for a walk at all. And the American. She's, I guess she was ravenous. Okay. Now where's the remote? There it is. All right. All right, so that's recording. Okay, back to comic books. Just want to start organizing the comic books. They keep pulling me back downstairs. It just never fucking stops, man. And she's back to bother me more. She's gonna keep chewing on everything. God damn it. That's 'cause I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll, man. That's why. Okay. Well, Zanta. Okay. Why, it's the wave of death in ROM 57. ROM 58, he's just ROM. It's not ROM Space Knight. So, 25. 50. 57. 58. Here's 68. Here's 61. Some books you'll never get an omnibus for. Those of you that like the omnibus, the omnibuy, and these books based on toys are not really owned by Marvel, so there's not going to be any omnibus. But just buy the original books, they're still affordable. And then once you buy all these, then you'll be buying old romance comic books and westerns. ROM 70, which is what's already happened with most of my contemporaries. Here's ROM 71. Rick Jones and Brandy Clark, One Step Beyond. This is a tie-in with Secret Wars 2. Isn't that exciting? It continues in this issue. Can you believe it? That's just incredible. Here's ROM 73. A little bit of Kirby-looking stuff going on there. Why, it's a double-sized annual number 4 for ROM. I have a lot more ROM comics somewhere around here. More Silver Surfer, Warlock Resurrection. Probably these are, I don't know. Some idiots will probably speculate on these when the new Guardians comes out. I don't know if anyone. I'm still going to be excited about the new Guardians because the director, and I still am holding out hope for this new Thor movie just because I like the director. When you've got directors that actually know the comic books, I have a little bit more faith in them. What am I doing? What am I doing? Silver Surfer. Oh, Silver Surfer. Someone, I need to look in this book. Somebody told me that this book here, this book right here, is actually the first appearance of Venom or something. Let me. In the last panel, you see a shadow, which is actually Venom or something. I don't know, maybe it's Karn. I don't know. Someone told me that. Let's see if they were lying sons of bitches or not. Okay. So this is the way the art looked in this era. It may not have been this particular issue. What is going on here? I don't see that. He's turning around. He's seeing something. Maybe it wasn't this issue at all. I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. All right, Web of Spider-Man number 18. Apparently has something important about it. What it is, I don't know. Do you file all your Spider-Man comics together, or would you file this under W? I forget what I do. Let's see, do I have any web? I don't have a lot of Web of Spider-Man. It would make it a lot more fucking sense. More easy. Yeah, I'm just going to put it here after these Spider-Man comics, since I don't have that many web of Spider-Man comics. And, that'll just make it super easy. Here's Spider-Woman #1. I remember buying that at the Kmart. Right down the street. Well, actually, it's 10 hours away now. It used to be right down the street. Till I moved 10 hours away. Here's the first issue of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I remember buying that just like yesterday. I think I bought that at the Army Basics Change. So where the fuck are the rest of them? Oh, that's right. I didn't file. How did it get here? Yeah, that's right. I was seeing all the Spectacular Spider-Mans, and I was wondering where issue 1 was, and apparently it was over here. So I've got to find all the rest of the Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, and get them over here to reunite it. Now this was something good. When Steve Rude drew Spider-Man. Now this, what you've got to have is decent art. If this was a comic that came out every Wednesday, you know, something that looked like that. I mean, it looks like it's the 1960s again, but maybe a little bit updated. But yeah, that's called Spider-Man Lifeline. I wish there'd been more of these. Here's Strawberry Shortcake #5. That's an important key issue. Drew, if you start chewing on the cardboard again, I'm going to have to put you down in your little cage, your little house. Strawberry Shortcake. Star Wars. Strange Tales. Strange Tales. Strawberry Shortcake is between Strange Tales and Submariner. This is some, I've got several copies of this. Apparently it's very sought after because I guess somebody thinks he's going to be in a movie, which is very unlikely. I don't know. They call him something different in the comics now because Brother Voodoo sounds a little politically incorrect, I guess, for these times. What the fucking hell is this shit? Oh, shit. Okay, She-Hulk and Silver Age. She-Hulk. Oh, this is a quite wonderful cover. It's a key issue. No. True. She-Hulk. Shogun Warriors. Showcase. Showcase. She-Hulk. Okay, Showcase. Shogun Warriors. Silver Age. Shogun. This is the Showcase where they brought back the Doom Patrol. 95. There's 97, Power Girl. And then you get this kind of ugly looking 1990s art. This is Showcase 93. Oh. Yeah, you don't even need to see these. They're too ugly. But then there were these Silver Age Classics comics that reprinted old issues. She licked my hand and got it wet with dog germs, and then I touched a book. That's terrible. I've always been a fan of Sugar and Spike. I just found a Sugar and Spike digest down in the basement. I thought I brought it up. What did I? Oh, stuff I brought up, I gotta show you. There's some interesting stuff. Okay, here's showcase number 102. Let's get that in there. I got a lot more showcases. Everything's scattered. Oh, more She-Hulks. She-Hulk, She-Hulk, She-Hulk. She-Hulk, got 2 copies of number 4. Then there's number 5 where she meets the Flintstones. Let's get these in there. Okay, 9. I'm already hungry again. What's wrong with me? I'm worse than the dog, man. 3. Here's number 6. Okay, 5. 5. 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, set, go, man. 7. I've got 3 copies of number 7 if anyone would like to trade. This is 7. I got 3 copies. And then I've got 2 copies of the Santa Claus issue. Looks like I've got 2 copies of this Daisy May issue. Daisy May from Little Abner. For you youngins out there, I have to explain what Daisy May is. Okay. Superboy. Superboy, the adventures of Superman when he was a boy. Okay, that's the new adventures of Superboy. Okay, fantastic. Superboy. Stop chewing on that motherfucking thing, man. Oh, this is getting bad. You are turning into a cocksucker chewing on those, man. It's the Viking from Valhalla. I think I pulled this out for one of the early Graphic Man shows where they were talking about dragons or lizards or something. Superman 270. 270. 270. 284. Here's 279. That's pretty good. Okay, you're going fucking nuts here, man. Drew, you can't chew on these boxes, man. You're gonna make them look unattractive, man. Oh shit. I gotta get all these books organized and get these all up before this dog chews every fucking thing in sight. No, man, you goddamn son of a cocksucking son of a motherfucking son of a bitch. 270. This shirt is too small for me. Probably showing my ass crack on nationwide television. Superman 2 to 94. Speaking of embarrassing stories, where were those books I just brought down? Yeah, I had a story, if I can find where I set those books down. Hold on. I've got to move these books into the other room. I may need to take Drew downstairs. It's starting to get outrageous, man. Her chewing behavior. Okay, so, and here, I'm putting all the Charlton books in here, so, and these are off-brand, Image, Eclipse. I consider Image off-brand. It's a generic brand. Uh, just in these boxes, I'm just making it Marvel and DC from like 1971 and up. Is what I'm doing, and then other stuff is separated, and the Silver Age stuff's in there. Marvel and DC all mixed together. I don't think it would ever be wise to separate Marvel and DC, although that would probably be an easy thing to do once I get it all organized. And probably I should do that. Some comic book stores separate Marvel and DC. Okay, this is what I brought up from downstairs. I might as well get this off the floor before the dog goes ape shit with it. Here's a Rick James 8-track. I don't know how that got into my possession. Okay. Let's set this stuff up here. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. More books to show you that I pulled out of the basement. Okay, this is a Disney book, so I'm separating Disney also. And but why am I showing you this book that you don't care about? Well, it's got a 16-page fun catalog, or does it? No, it doesn't. Someone pulled the 16-page fun catalog out of the center of this fucking book. It's a good thing I didn't. I think this book was. I think it was part of a pack of a bunch of books that I bought for just really pennies. So anyway, that's totally not worth showing you. Okay. So these Simpsons books, I'll put in my box. There's some of these Archie. I used to probably have 50 copies of this anti-drug Archie comic that were in my classroom. I saved a few of them. There's a Don Martin cover on Image Insider. Oh, this is a little Japanese book. I guess that would actually be the front cover. No, don't start doing that, Drew. It's just all this stuff. Okay, this is Modern Comics, which is a Charlton reprint. So let's get that out of the room. Oh, this is some of the stuff I wanted to show you. This is Golden Age Greats. This is kind of an off-size type book, but it reprint. Is it reprint? Yeah, the reprints of old Golden Age stories. I kind of stammered for a second. I was thinking that sometimes they take the old Golden Age heroes and do new stories with them, but no, these are all reprints. But Golden Age Greats Volume 1, and the company that put this out was Paragon Publications. This is Alien, the illustrated story that Heavy Metal put out. The National Lampoon, Maddie Simmons company. So it's the closest, when Alien came out in 1978, I was 13, so I wasn't able to see the movie, but I was able to buy the comic book version. This is Spice Girls, the Spice Files. I actually like the Spice Girls, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Along with a lot of underground artists like Peter Bagg, and it seems like Dan Clowes, they put out a whole Spice Girls magazine of underground art, all these, because they really did seem like a return to the 60s pop aesthetic. And it just seemed like, you know, the fun spirit of, you know, something like the Monkees or something. Anyway, so I found a bunch of these books on magic, right? Like a whole library, and I was buying stacks of them at an estate sale. Someone had passed away that was a magician, right? So in this closet, all these books on magic, showing you how to do these magic tricks and all these things. Books you don't normally see, right? Like this, Conjuring. This is by James Randi. And this has got all kinds of great illustrations and all this stuff. Anyway, it was just big stacks, right, in my arms of these books. This is a cool one. Willard the Wizard, The Last of the Big Tent Show Magicians by Bev Bergeron. Where's the dog? The dog's in the other room. It shows how all the tricks are done, and anyway. So I'm in this closet with built-in bookshelves, looking at all these books, just amazed. Like, because you can search for years, and you're never going to find a collection of a magician, right? So I guess I had a bout of food poisoning that hit me instantly while I was standing in that closet. And I'll just say it, I shit my pants right there while I was looking at the books. Then I went and paid for them with the shit dripping down. I hope no one noticed. But just one of those things, man. Sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do. You still got to. I'm just gonna still buy the books, of course. I'm not gonna leave the books behind. Just probably little drops of shit as I walk to pay, and an unpleasant memory. But I share with you that fucking ring light's really doing a number on my eyes right now. Let me show you some more stuff, then I might need to go downstairs where the light's not so piercing. Okay, this is a bunch of Elvira comics, which, where would those go? Where are the H's? There's Inferior 5, Green Lantern. I might as well just put these in the box, and then I'll head downstairs. Okay. So, okay, so yeah, I don't know how these Elvira comics became separated to begin with. Okay, so we've got Gru the Wanderer. Oh man, look at this. This is special to me. I used to have a shirt when I was a little kid with this image on it. They sold shirts around 1973, 74 for little kids, and there was one with this shirt. One with this cover on it. There was one that had like a Submariner comic where he's facing up against Dr. Doom. There was one that had the first Luke Cage cover. There was a Captain America origin issue, I think. Anyway, I don't have them anymore, but this is, I love this image. So here's where the Hulk comics are. Okay, so Hulk. Hulk. Okay, so I don't see any House of Gru. Okay, so some of these Elvira comics are from. Okay, why is there one Power Man here? Oh, because I'm labeling I'm putting in Power Man as if it's Hero for Hire, so it would be after Gru. Okay, Hero for Hire, and then you would have House of Mystery, then you would have Hulk. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so I'm putting this in. I have the House of Mysteries. Where the fuck are those? got to find those. Man, it's starting to make me nervous. You know, I hope I'm not missing comics. Anyway, they started House of Mystery over, called it Elvira's House of Mystery. This probably should be filed under E, but I'm just putting it as H. Yeah, these are. And there's a really good Dave Stevens cover. But where are the House of Mysteries? There's 6. There's 10. Okay, the one you need to seek out, if you don't have it already, is this one here. It's number 11. It's a Dave Stevens cover. Now, the original drawing, the broom was between her legs, and they changed it and made her both of her legs on the left side of the broom, just so it wouldn't appear phallic. But anyway, then I've got this stack of Elvira comics, but I need to file those under E. But now I'm like on a nervous mission about where are my House of Mystery comics? Where's the H's? I just don't know. See, I don't like Drew starting to chew on cardboard, because that means she might start chewing on any hardcover books that are on low shelves, and that's the only time I've ever had her have a problem with that is like really old books that she must be smelling the old glue, like an old high school yearbook that I might have collected that's from the 40s or 50s. She's attracted to that and starts chewing on it. And so I just put those on higher shelves, and I haven't had a problem. And now she's really getting into chewing on this cardboard. Okay. House of Mystery. House of Mystery. So I have House of Mystery. There's got to be a whole H box with House of Mystery, House of Secrets, all of that around here somewhere. Okay. There's a bunch of Secret Origins. Daredevil. These are just mixtures of all kinds of stuff. Okay, New Mutants. Megaton Man, Mr. Monster. Okay. Marvel 2-in-1. These are Moon Knight comics. God, you know, there's something about that TV show, just seeing a little bit of that TV show. All of a sudden, I used to look at a Moon Knight comic, and it was exciting, and now you kind of look at them, and it's like, ugh, it's Moon Knight. Disney's really doing a lot of damage. Oh, there's some good stuff. I keep finding a lot of Master of Kung Fu comics. I didn't know I had this many. So, of course, the movie really was spectacularly shitty. There's Iron Man 66. That's real cool. Alright, I'll pull those aside. Where are my House of Mysteries? Every day there's another panic. Like, where is that stuff, man? Every fucking day. There's more She-Hulk. Yeah, if you're into She-Hulk, I've got some trading. Be able to trade with you. Of course, She-Hulk will be destroyed by a TV show as well. I just can't let them destroy my memories, though. I can't let them do that. I can't let these shitty television shows destroy the magic of seeing that last scene of Star Wars where they're getting their medals in the throne room and the stirring music and them walking down, or Luke looking up at the twin suns, or all these or swinging across the chasm in the Death Star with Princess Leia. There's nothing like that in any of these Star Wars TV shows, or and then Marvel's just the early Marvel movies were great. I mean, that Captain America Winter Soldier, that was fucking phenomenal. And look at the shit they're cranking out now. Okay, so this is Wonder Woman. Where was the shit? House of Mysteries. Oh, what's in this box? Oh, this is a bunch of... Here's more Master of Kung Fu. I'm sorry. I'll show you what I'm looking at. More ROM. I knew I had more ROM. What the fuck was that? ROM. Oh, wow. There's a lot of ROM. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, man. Look at all these ROM comics. Like, far out, man. Shit. Mother effing fuck. Hold on, World's Finest. X-Force. Bunch of Thor books. There's some Tomb of Dracula. What? Okay. Let's put these ROM books in and then maybe line them downstairs. And then if I start uploading this show, it'll probably come online on YouTube right about 7:30. It's been taking a long time to upload shows, and that means I'll be on against the Democrats. And there's no way they'll get better ratings than the Groucho Orloff show. Okay. Sorry. Stays. Be really careful I don't press the button and stop the show. Okay, so what is this? Okay, this is one of these dirty Punisher comics. When it says Max, that means it's like filthy, violent. And they even have him like right there. No, well, he's not at her crotch. But anyway, you can tell it's just not really a kiddie comic. Okay, so let's put that under Punisher. Plastic Man, Plop, Punisher. I don't really have that many Punisher comics, it looks like. Here's the question. These comics are, if you look them up on Lone Star Comics, mycomicshop.com, the question comics are pretty, well, they have some value. They're, seems like you can't get them for much less than $10 each. Or at least that's what they're asking for. ROM. This is ROM number 2. Okay, She-Hulk. Okay, let's move the She-Hulks back. Shazam. Okay, where would those House of Mystery comics be? It's very mysterious. Mystery House of Secrets. would they be? Adventure into Fear, Flash. Okay, let me worry about the ROMs first. Okay. ROM number 2. Rocketeer. Let's see if I have a complete run. Okay, so it looks like I've got 2 ROM number 2s. One is newsstand, one isn't. Then it goes to ROM number 6. But I have ROM number 3 over here. ROM number 4. Number 5. So I have 2 of ROM number 6. Then I have a 7. Okay. Then I have 2 13s. Then another 14, because I have one in the box. Then there's a 15. Here's an 18, 15. Then it goes to 25. Okay, so here's 18, so I don't see 15, 16, see a 16 or 17. Here's 21. I may not have a complete set. ROM 23, probably wouldn't be hard to obtain those missing issues. I don't think this is a heavily collected book, but who knows. ROM 25. 26 is probably a book that a lot of comic shops have in the dollar bin. ROM 27. $28. Oh, wait. 25. So I have two 25s. 29, 26, 27, 28, 29. Then what is this? This is 31, but I have a 30 over here. So good. 30, 31. And here's another 31. Sounds like an auction, doesn't it? Here are 2 33s. One in the box here is a 40, but here's the 35 for the Submariner, the famous superhero from Mexico. ROM 36. This identity politics, it just never ends, does it? ROM 37. ROM 39. Okay, there's a 40 in there, and I've got a 40 here. Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, then it jumps to 65. So I've got 41, 42, 43. That dog is being way too quiet. Oh, she's just sitting there like an angel, laying down. Oh, I thought she was probably destroying something. 45. 46. Here's 49. The blood dripping down, kind of like the opening of the James Bond movies. You know, the opening of the James Bond movies where the You know, you're seeing James Bond through a circle, right? A lot of people don't realize that you're looking down a gun barrel, the gun barrel of the guy trying to shoot James Bond. And so that's why you've got black, and then you've got that. You're inside the gun, watching as they aim at James Bond, and then he shoots you, and then the blood comes down, right? Some people don't know that, and you don't know that unless you've been told that. 52, 55. What am I doing with my life, man? This is insanity. Looking at these children's comics. 58, 56 rather. 57. That's how old I am right now. I had to ask my wife the other day, how old am I? I forgot how old I am. She said, you're 57. God damn. How did that happen? 58. That's how old I'll be next year. I'm even smarter than Joe Biden. And then it goes back to 51. Let's go on, move on back here. 51. Sure enough. Oh, we're moving backwards, or are we? No, this is ROM 63. 63. 63. 50, 63. Here's 64. If I could remember which issue in here has some of these in that time period have great Steve Ditko art inside. Here's 65. It's got Beta Ray Bill on the cover. So maybe speculators will want this one. I've got 2 copies of that one. Here's ROM 66. It had quite a run. Oh wait, here's 50 out of order. 50. These are out of order. Or are they? 66, 65, yeah. Okay. I showed you these earlier. 50, 49, 50. Okay. 57, I must have just shown you because I was making that joke. Yes, so I have 2 copies of 57. I have 2 copies of 58. 63, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66. I've got duplicates of a lot of these issues. 67. It wasn't intentional. It's not like I'm hoarding. I just forgot probably that I own things. 67, 68. Another copy of 68. Here's 69. Another one of 69. Okay, this box is starting to get full, so let's pull some books out of here, move them to the next box. So now Sergeant Fury is going into the next box. All right, dog, you're wanting by here? Yes? How you doing there? 71. 71, 72, 73. I mean, for all those House of Mystery, House of Secrets. Oh, no, wait. Did I put those? No. 75. Where would they be? I don't think I started making a separate horror box, but maybe I did. And there's those boxes over here. I wonder what's in those. I need to go check. Here's ROM Angle number 2. ROM manual number 3. Look how this robot looks like she has nipples. Then I have apparently 2 copies of ROM number 4. Okay, so that's it for those ROM books. Okay, let's take a look and see what we can find over here. I'm looking for some Demons, Action Comics, Adventure, Man-Thing, Marvel Tales, Marvel Feature. These, a lot of M titles in here. Oh, maybe this just needs to be over in the M's. H. Yeah, possibly. Right, Drew? Let's see. Okay, so this is Marvel Team Up. And this one starts with, yeah, let me move this box down, Drew. And I'm going to move that other box over. Okay. I better not be missing my House of Mystery and House of Secrets. If I am, maybe I'll trade with you guys for your duplicates, because I sure got a lot of duplicates that I don't need. Man, I wonder if I'm still filming. I dropped the phone. Still filming. Wow. That slave labor that makes these iPhones, they do a good job making a product, right? Okay. Damn it. Let's see what we can do here. Why are these even in there? I sure do have a lot of Master of Kung Fu. You know what I wish I had were those black and white Kung Fu magazines like Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. I never bought that stuff when I was a kid. I really didn't have any interest in Kung Fu comic books or magazines, but now they're interesting. Okay. These seem like a lot of A books. Okay, so we're to the, there's some good Hulk books. Green Lantern. Okay. One moment. Stop chewing on the goddamn shit. You goddamn motherfucker. Little bitch. Motherfucker. Stop it. Okay, so this is a reprint of this Green Lantern book. So that should be over here. There's Green Lantern. I'll just put this reprint book here. Okay. Then I remember there was a Hulk book over here after these House of Mysteries. Okay, Hulk 152. Here's 153. Okay. What? And then there's 151 after that. Oh, I have two copies of Hulk 152. And I have 2 copies of Hulk 153. And then 151. And then 154. Okay. It helps me with my math skills, this organizing of comics. Okay, so there's 154, 155, 163, but here's 156. Now this issue here is the one that everyone was talking about a little while ago, because there's a character in this that's going to be in the new Adam movie. I don't remember. It's like the Bill Murray is going to play him or something, and so everyone was excited about that issue. Here's Hulk 163. Damn. 173, 182, 183. And then I've got a Man-Thing number 6. With Invaders, Iron Man, Jonah Hex, Journey into Mystery, Jungle Action. Okay, if that box ends with some Jungle Girl books that need to be pulled out of here. It ends with Jungle Action, the Black Panther Jungle Action. These Jungle books are reprints that need to be put separately, because these boxes are just going to be Marvel and DC. So this next box starts with Logan's Run. Okay, so let me move Logan's Run over. Okay, then it goes to Marvel. So Man-Thing would be before Marvel. Oh, there's a Gold Key Lone Ranger that needs to be pulled. Okay, wow. So I have 2 copies of Man-Thing number 6. Hey, Cleo, I'm filming, but I'll stop it. Have you eaten?
Obviously not.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll be right down.
Okay.
MJ asked if she's eaten. Okay, Man-Thing number 11. She's talking to her friend on the phone. I had to let her know I'm recording, because otherwise it's like I'm violating her privacy there. Man-Thing 611, Marvel Double Feature. Her friend was asking, is he all right? No, I'm not all right. I don't know where my House of Mysteries are. How could I be all right? Okay, Marvel. There's more Man-Things. Marvel Age. Marvel Age is after Marvel Team Up? What kind of insanity is that? Man-Thing. Man-Thing 14. There's 15. Where's my Man-Thing number 1? Not in this box. Marvel Double Feature. Marvel. Yeah, there's another box, because where's all my Logan's Run comics? Marvel Age. Yeah, whatever. Let me move these books to the other room. Okay, where's the Gold Key books are in here. I was organizing them last night during the Graphic Man show. I was showing quite a few Gold Key books last night. This is my studio in here, where I was filming last night. These Jungle Girl books were put in the other room. So, let me show you the penthouse. Just my wife is now awake, so I can go up there and show you. It's the owner before the last owner apparently got these fancy Ralph Lauren paint and painted it mostly blue and silver. And so anyway, this door here is the door to the attic, right? It's even got a knocker. So these are the mysterious stairs that go up to the penthouse. So anyway, this is where we've made the master bedroom, but it gets a little hot up here. So right now it's kind of a mess. We got my old 50s Zenith TV. Yeah. And some of her makeup, and we got all these fans trying to cool off where we sleep. So this is the and there's a little wannabe kitchen with a sink and a refrigerator and all that stuff. And got a little restroom in here. So we've got it's a mess. This is another room this is the TV we can watch. So anyway, that is the amazing master bedroom. Anyway, and then we got a nice view out here of the folks out there. All right. Oh, he made it without falling. And this Snoopy is even more insane. They used to sell those at Walgreens back in the old days when Walgreens was actually a place that existed. Oh no, he's having an epileptic seizure. I remember the days at Bailey Junior High when after lunch they would let us out into like a prison yard surrounded by four walls, and we would just walk around, and occasionally someone would have an epileptic seizure, and that was about the only entertainment that was it wasn't really entertaining. It was kind of terrifying, but it was a little bit different than the ordinary day, so it provided a brief respite from our miserable, horrible lives in the late 1970s in a torturous public school. Okay. If I was a House of Mystery comic, where would I be? That's a mystery. Hey, we're being mysterious. We're hiding from it. Let's see what's in here. These are magazines. Yes. What's in this box? Wonder Woman, X-Men, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Thing. A lot of the Thing. More Thor, Teen Titans. Well, that's what's in that box. Incredible. I don't know. I'm getting a little tired. Getting a little tired, man. This is hard, back-breaking work. Okay. So what's in this box, I'm wondering? Okay, we got a bunch of Warlord, Warlock, Comic Buyer's Guide. Let me move this stuff. I don't know what's in the box underneath it. I'll move this stuff over yonder and here. Okay, so what's going to be in this box? Oh, this is not the House of Mysteries. What are they? Oh, here's some Marvel. Here's a Marvel team up. This is a lot of Marvel team up. A lot of Marvel team up. Team Vigilante, Moon Knight. What is that? Oh, that's Shazam #1, man. How about that, man? Let's file Shazam. I was wondering where Shazam #1 was the other day. Or maybe that was earlier in this episode. Okay. Okay, there's... Anyway. This is quite a nice copy of Shazam #1, which I don't know what it's worth at the time. It came out in 1972, at the kind of the height of the nostalgia boom. A lot of comic collectors at the time, comic book collectors back then, all kind of looked like Roy Thomas, kind of a nerd hippie. And they, a lot of them bought a whole lot of that Shazam #1. They thought it was going to become valuable. Even back then, people knew that, the first Superman comic's worth $100, $500. People knew that that stuff was valuable. I better go down and make sure my wife doesn't turn the channel, because I was recording that Mr. Truth Bomb, and she might turn the channel and ruin my recording. Here's the Croft Super Show. It's not really a comic. It's I think it's stories. I don't really remember. Okay. Well, we're right at 2 hours. That's probably enough entertainment. Let me go ahead and end this show. I'll turn off the ring light, which is tearing up my eyes. And then turn off this light. And I'll go down and be sociable with my wife, as I tend to do all this comic book organizing during hours when she is not awake. So, all right. We are making progress every day. If I just put a couple hours into it each day, and what is this? Something's been torn up. Dog's been chewing on something. I shudder to even think what it is. Okay. Someday this will be organized, but I made a lot of progress. I need to close the door to the elevator. This is a bunch of stuff I took out of the garage. I need to put where it belongs. So, all right. So with that, maybe I'll do another show tomorrow. But I will talk to you real soon, guys.